seen a lot of changes over the last few decades alone. Can you share with us maybe what was it like before 1980 here?
Before 1980, let's see, there was nothing but sagebrush, board houses, shacks, old cars, tents. They built the first house, I think, this is way back. They built the first house back in the 70s, I believe, or the early 70s, late 60s. And they were little brick houses. They were government houses. But after that, they brought in Navy houses. That was all donations for the tribes to, step up a little bit. But I went away for a while because I went to school, and I was born here, but my mother's a Paiute Indian, so I was with her tribe, with my other tribe for off and on different periods of time. So I'd come back to different changes every time I came back here. It was, it would be different. And the last time I came back is when they had the bingo hall, and I stayed home then. And ever since then, I've seen the changes from here, from there up, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. There was no jobs, and that's why a lot of us had to leave to go to school. They had government schools where we could go and get vocational training or go to school, go to college, or whatever, because they had the government funding it. And I went to business college and cosmetology school. It was pretty good. But I didn't keep on that trail. Somewhere along the way, I lost my way. I became an alcoholic. I drank for years. When I came home, I still drank. And then when they got the gaming going, and we got the TP fund for the Elder Center, my Uncle Cootie and a friend of ours, Richard Lee, they got this thing together to do the Elder Center. And I think I must have been about 48 then, because we become elders at 50. And when they got it done, they needed to get somebody in there to decorate it and get it going. So my friend Dorothy, she came and got me. When I turned 50, she came and got me. She says, "We got to get to work." And I said, "Doing what?" Because being an old drunk, I didn't know what I was doing. And so she said, "You got education, you know what to do." She said, "You know everything, so come on, let's go to work." So there we went, and I was still drinking at the time. And we had to decorate the building, furnish it, do all that kind of stuff. And then the next thing she threw at me was that we had to get people in there to work. Okay, so then we had to do with papers for the jobs, different jobs, like the cooks, the director, the security, all that. We had to do all that stuff, so we put out flyers for different things. We got it going, and it was pretty hard, but somewhere along the line, I quit drinking, and I didn't realize it, because I'd been there for 10 years. I think I'd been out of there for about 2 years, but I've been the secretary for about 8 years there, all total. And it's been pretty good. The money that we get at the gaming is what is keeping us going. We have trips. They give us hot meals there every day except weekends. We have beautiful trips. We we stay in big hotels that are nice, and a lot of the people here. I've been out. I've traveled. I've been here and there. We're going away to school and stuff, but a lot of them hadn't left the reservation, because being poor, you can't go nowhere. So the elders enjoyed it. We all get together, go on trips. We have a fishing trip coming up this next couple of weeks. And it just got better and better. Now they're putting in trailers there for the elders that don't have homes. They're taking care of the elders. We have trailers coming up for them, a place to live without the worry of paying rent or living out amongst people that we don't really know, because most of us have been raised on the reservation. We haven't been off the reservation, you know. So it's good to have your own place there, right, where we're with our own people. And we're protected. We have security there where nobody could just come in and out and raise Cain with us or whatever. We just got everything. It just made, you know, just good. Go in to eat. We have our own facilities to eat there. We have a TV room. Whatever we need, they're there to help us. And it's really, it brought us a long ways, the gaming did. It brought us a long ways, because I never had a home in my life of my own. I have a trailer, but that's home. And it's nice. They give you, it's nice to wake up and not worry about money. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my bills? Or, you know, we're comfortable. We're not rich, but we're comfortable. It's really nice. And
how do you tell a child that it is different now? When you were a child, there wasn't a lot of opportunities economically. How do you tell a child that it's different now?
well, I tell them, like, my grandchildren are, the oldest is 17, 15, and down to the little one, she's 6. I have 7 grandchildren. And I always tell them, you know, that they have to get an education to work now, because maybe we won't have this all our lives, you know. They need to have something to fall back on, because they're going to have to live in the white man world sooner or later. We have to develop skills to be able to go out and work, you know, do different things. Because I told them there was no jobs in our days. We used to pick grapes, oranges, and things like that, unless we went away to school, and then we lived somewhere. We'd be lucky to get a job if we, you know, could. And I think all the education I got, I did motel work. And I had all this education, but didn't use it. And they're finding out that a lot of the elders do have different talents, you know, different things that they could do, and they're teaching the grandchildren now. And I'm trying to teach mine not to walk the wrong path, tell them things that I've been through so they won't have to go through the same thing I go through. I mean, a lot of times they say, well, maybe we need to go through that to, you know, be strong. I said, well, if you can help it, you don't need to. I said, you learn from you. That's why us elders are here, to show you the way, to teach you, to tell you that's going to hurt you, or, you know, whatever. My kids used to get angry at me because I'd tell them, don't do this, don't do that, and they'd still do it. And when they get hurt, I would spank them. Why did you always spank us? I said, because you were told not to do it. How many times? And you still went ahead and do it, you know, done it. And you do deserve a spanking for not listening, you know. So it's different now with these kids. My daughter's strict with my grandkids, really strict. They don't run loose. They got curfews. They even do the drug testing randomly. She hasn't tested because you can't. This world is so crazy now. Even in schools, you don't know what's going on in schools. So she has to keep a close eye, and I help her once in a while, you know, with them. But gaming has helped us a lot, helped them. Oh my goodness, they have nice things, but they have to work for them. They don't just get them handed to them. They have to do housework, yard work. My grandsons work during the summertime. They have summer jobs for the youth here, for them to work and earn their own money. Plus, they take them on trips. They do different things. Same as the elders. We have our different departments where that's what helps too. The different departments all do different things for the community. And our elder center, it sponsors some of the littler children's and, you know, things like that for different things, like Halloween, Easter, all those things, Christmas. And I guess without the gaming, I don't know if we probably would be still in that circle going around yet, not knowing what to do. But now we have a future. We have a future that we mostly have to look out for today, for our children tomorrow. We have to watch our spending, or what we invest our money in, so that our children of tomorrow will have something. You know, we can't just pocket all the money and do everything that we want to do. We have to think about them, the ones that are going to come up, the ones that aren't even born yet. We have to think about that. And I tell my grandkids, you know, you have to think about when you grow up, because you're going to be a grandma, you're going to be a mom and dad, you know, and it's hard. Because my parents, My grandparents couldn't leave me anything because they had nothing to leave me. And they gave me their love and their spiritual guidance as much as they could, but now the kids can get educated, and we're living longer to be with our grandchildren. That's the main thing, is that we're living longer now. The reason why they put the ages of elders at 50 is because we were dying in our 40s from alcohol, from different sicknesses, diabetes, things that, were related to alcohol and the bad eating. We weren't living very long. But now our elders are piling up. We have a lot. We start out with like about maybe 20, 15, and I think we have 65, somewhere around there. It's growing, and they're living longer. So that's one great thing I like to see. And I thank Grandfather for everything that he's given me. And I don't blame the government, because what happens in the past is in the past. But I do hope that they can honor what their people have given to us, the treaties, the things they promised us to better ourselves, to not take away from us anymore, to just let us do. We're not trying to take from them. We're not trying to hurt them. We're just trying to survive like they are. We don't want to get rich and rule the world. We just want to be comfortable.
I don't think it's going to get better than that. You said so much.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was